Abandoned house in the woods find. Stuff I found. ATV riding today. My four-wheeler's nasty. Got some stuff up there too. But thought I would show you. Quick info on the place. Same place I got the GE vacuum cleaner. And the car radios. Supposedly this place is haunted. I had one scary experience. I'm not going to say it was either... Could have been a couple things. But I got out of there really fast. Came back for this stuff with 3 other guys as backup. 2 other guys. Because I was not going in there alone. Scary. Anyway, here's some of the things I got. And I already started this video, but I got interrupted, so I quit it. This guy right here was not supposed to come home. I used him to open a can of green beans to see what they were like. The screw-on part of the jar was missing, and it was just the metal part, so I popped it open with this. Those were supposedly jarred in the 1970s, and no, I did not eat them, but they actually smelled pretty good. I don't know. This was over a fireplace. There was like these metal things over the fireplaces with holes in it. And these were over the holes. And I just grabbed this one. It was the only one with paint on it. At a farm scene. I don't know exactly what they were used for. Probably to keep the cold out in the winter. Place has been abandoned for quite a while. I would assume abandoned since the 70s, built in the 20s. Got this hammer. Only reason I grabbed the hammer is... A, I was bashing on stuff, trying to get things open and whatnot, and B, I'm going to scrap the wood. That's worthless. I'll burn it. Or cut it off here and put it in, but I can use that head. I mean, another hammer is another hammer. I only got 3. I always lose at least 2. Maybe this one will be my workshop hammer instead of my tool bench hammer. This is a fire poker. I found it. It was kind of interesting. Just mainly, the only reason I kept it is because I have a fire pit back there, and I was using it to get things open, like fuse boxes and whatnot. Fuse boxes and pry this piece of wood off. I'll show you that later. So, onward. I grabbed these. There were 3 things of caulk, and they're from Lowe's, and some people collect old stuff like that. So I figured, what the hey, I'll have a thing of caulk, and I'm going to try to wipe it off. I don't know if the caulk's good. It feels, it's never been opened, either side, and all 3 of them, that one's a little bit, 4 of them actually. This one, see, this one's squishy, so it might actually still be caulky in there. I don't even know. But I grabbed all 4. I was like, what the heck? I can always throw them away if I don't want them. That one's in the best shape, even though it's the darkest. The rest of them are all ripped. But yeah, that's some really old caulk from Lowe's. Wouldn't be a woods thing without Coke. So, got some Coke bottles. I'm not really up to date with my Coke dating skills, so I'm not sure how old this is, but I will look it up. So I got that one. These were all in the floor. I fell through the floor again, if you guys don't know. I did it twice, and the ceiling collapsed due to a little bit of help from me, and a wall kind of fell down, too. But the building's still standing. I got this guy, same exact as the other one. I think someone was having a party in there. I know that there was paintball and airsoft stuff everywhere. And then another one. And these guys will go with my other bottles. They're not really caked with dirt. I mean, it's dusty, but I can always just wash them off. Those should clean up nice. Now on to my favorite stuff, the electrical and a few more tools. Grabbed this screwdriver simply because I was using it. I didn't have one, and I needed it. And although the handle fell off while I was using it, it worked okay for what I needed it. But as you can see, the handle just fell off. And so, old dry-rotted plastic handle. And I've always wanted to make a Torx screwdriver, so maybe I'll use this, which is basically a Torx screwdriver. You put a bar, you make a T like this, then you can twist the T. I don't know, just a thought. Wish it was a Phillips. I found this for only one reason. I think this is part of my GE vacuum cleaner. Found it in the same spot. I have more of it over there. And I grabbed it. If it's not, I have a shiny piece of chrome. But I'm pretty sure it's part of it. I think I know where it goes to. Got some old shop wheels. No real reason I grabbed these other than the fact that they still work. It has the brake on it right now, but the other ones turn anyway. But they'll go in my parts bin. I got this wrench out of the floor. It's odd, but a wrench is a wrench. And I figured I will add that to my wrench. And in case you're wondering, it's a wow, that's weird markings. M40-17017. That's not the size. I don't know. Maybe it's a 40 millimeter. Maybe that's what the 40 is. But I'll put that in the tools. Never know. Maybe I'll use that one day. Insulation. Probably asbestos. Found this clamp. I figured if I break it free, I'll use it. If not, I'll put it in my electrolysis tank and see what the heck happens. But I'm going to spray that with some penetrating oil and let it sit overnight. Stuff keeps shifting in here. I don't like it. Because supposedly this house was haunted. And yeah. I'm not lying. I'm jumping every single time something shifts in here. Door hinge. I got this for a weed eater bike, and it's seized. But I bet you I could break it free, and then that could be used on a weed eater bike. That's just one less thing I have to buy. So, yep, this was in the floor. A lot of these things are in the floor for some reason, so I'll put that right there to spray it with penetrating oil. Lots of old electrical stuff. So I went through the house, and they were the old hanging style, looked almost just like this, wire lights that they just, right here would be a bulb. And the bulbs, none of the bulbs were in them, but what I did is lots of times in these old fixtures, it's not the fixture that's bad. See, the fixture looks okay. Although it's not as safe as a new one, it's the wiring that's bad in it. So, because I've used these before. I have a couple lamps I've made with really, really old fixtures. So, I went through the house, wrapped them all in my hands, and yanked real hard, and they all fell down. And none of them broke, which I was very happy about. So, I got this guy. I'll test these all with the ohms meter. I got this guy, which is a splitter. I got this guy, which he's a little different design. Plastic, which I found odd, but yeah. Oh, the metal looks good in it. I got this one. This one's my favorite. I found it in the fuse box just sitting. It has two naked wire mounts here. Looks like something clipped into it, but it has two wire things there and the two outlets in this. So you don't have to screw it into a socket, you can make a socket, which I think that's what I'm going to do. I think this is going to be on my electrolysis tank, is what I'm thinking. Because I need a light shining up behind it, have like a spotlight. I'm running out of time, I might have to do a part 2. Found this guy. You can always use these. I don't have a socket for it, but these porcelain bases are good. You know, I'll just throw this in my parts bucket. No real need. Well, none of these fit on there. No, they don't. I'll put this in here. Lots of old fuses. I don't know if they're good or not. I'll check them later. That one's good. That one looks good. Good. Well, maybe not. Nope, that looks good. And I'm going to run out of time, but maybe good, I can't tell. These were all in the fuse box, by the way. I just went screw, 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 and took them all out. I'm throwing away the thing by that, or burning it. And then this one looks different, but it looks good. One of these should be for 210. Only other thing really in the box is this. It's a Gilbert American Flyer train transformer. So I don't know if it works. I've been surprised by stuff in the woods before. Like I found a fluorescent fixture that actually worked. It was in a tree, but I'll test it, open it up, see how the wiring looks. Replace the cord, obviously. and go from there, because I don't have a train transformer. I have a train.